from Susan Moon. It seems that all this zooming and technology is robbing us of a sense of place. Do writers have a particular part in the job of keeping our love of place, ground, season alive? Do writers have a particular part in that job?
I think, well, I've always been a great lover of descriptive prose. You know, the garden, if someone can bring it to life for me reading the way, I would go back to Thomas Hardy or Emily Dickinson to that those eruptions of nature around a thinking person. Those to me are critical for keeping you alive, even just to read them is good. So I would say we need to write about nature in wonderful ways. And whatever we noticed when we were in childhood and saw instantly was beautiful. That's sort of the kind of goal now, is to keep doing that for other readers in the time we're in. But I honestly think in some ways Zoom is saving our imaginations and not bottling it. I think without it, or not, not specifically Zoom, but this metaphysical space we're all having to inhabit is kind of enlivening to our thoughts, our ability to imagine it.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned his name, and I'm not going to right now. But now that he's gone, I find myself able to concentrate more and read books, because I feel like there are actually people in the White House who are doing their job. So for me, this time of slowness has been good for concentrating on books. And I do feel very, very close to some of my friends on Zoom, and I wouldn't have imagined that, that somehow we do it. The Marcella Durand poem I mentioned is called To Marcella Durand by Marcella Durand. And remember, I mentioned it in the context of, he says, see, a musician named Sonny Rollins. See, if I were writing to myself, I would not be explaining that to myself. A musician named Sonny Rollins treated the view from this bridge as a composition sheet. He read the city lights, and she goes on. And then the last line is making a composition from the city of others that is about me. And not, I realize only a few people here have probably read my book, but you could see why I would strongly identify with that beautiful poem, because that is, like the Frank O'Hara and me, the star of the poems,